DC News Now at 4.
We're tracking heavy rain and the possibility of flooding as we head through the rest of the evening. We'll let you know when things may finally start to calm back down.
It's miserable, it's inconvenient, it interrupts everything.
Potential for rain today has neighbors in Alexandria fed up as they face another risk of flooding.
It's the history that people love when they come in.
Last call at Ben's Chili Bowl, when repairs and renovations will close the DC staple for several months. Entering the workforce while tackling debt isn't easy. We're stretching your dollar with the tips you need. A Montgomery County native passionate about helping others through lacrosse.
Sport was a pretty incredible aid for my development.
Why he's passing the stick to the next generation.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Tosin Fakile. Mark Hall will join us for DC News Now at 6. It is a DMV First Warn Day as we track the chance for heavy rain this afternoon. A live look at radar right now. A flood watch in effect until midnight tonight with the threat of flooding. In Alexandria, neighbors are getting more annoyed at the constant problems it seems to have every time it rains. We talked to neighbors about their frustrations. And we do have team coverage for you this afternoon. Our Kevon Dupree is in Alexandria talking to those neighbors. We'll hear from him coming up in about 10 minutes. But first, we're going to talk to our expert meteorologist, Damon Matson. Damon, what are we seeing right now?
Well, Tosin, we have some of that rain slowly but surely working across the DMV from west to east. Some parts of the region already dealing with ongoing flooding, and we're going to have to wait and see how things unfold, especially closer to DC as we head later in the night. You saw some of that video there. The last time we saw widespread flooding was last Wednesday, and we could be in for that again this evening. There's that flood watch that took effect at 2 o'clock today. It goes until midnight. Everybody in the DMV is included. The only exception is all the way out toward Garrett County in far western Maryland, where most of the heavy rain has already moved past them. But here we go. We have this broken line of thunderstorms, some heavier rain working just to the east of the I-81 corridor. Things are still quiet for the most part right near DC, but as this activity keeps pushing east, we could start to see these impacts. We already have a few flash flood warnings in place. One of these is in Berkeley County, West Virginia, along that I-81 corridor from Berkeley up to Falling Waters. Around 2.5 inches of rain has already fallen. A flash flood warning goes until 6 o'clock there. There was already one report of flooded roadways, a completely impassable road near the Berkeley area. And then we just had this come in down across Warren County, Virginia, another flash flood warning until 6:45, where we have up to 3 inches of rain already falling here in the Front Royal area, stretching back toward Apple Mountain Lake along I-66. So there's the impact. This is what we could see unfolding closer to DC as we head through the evening. We'll track all the latest and let you know when some of the worst of this weather will wrap up coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. We'll check in with you soon. HVAC issues closing several Smithsonian museums on the National Mall today as the temperatures that we are experiencing are expected to reach 90 degrees. The closure affects the Hirshhorn Museum, the American Indian Museum, and both museums of Asian and African art. Officials say crews are working to resolve those HVAC issues. There's no word yet on when they will reopen. And of course, you can stay up to date on weather conditions in your area. Just head to our website, that's dcnewsnow.com, and click on the weather tab. In the district, a teenage boy is dead following a crash on I-295. Police say he was in a stolen car. Officers responded to 295 near Suitland Parkway just after 9 p.m. on Saturday. They found the car with the teen inside. Authorities say they attempted life-saving measures, but he died on the scene. Police say a man and another teenage boy ran off after the crash, but were arrested shortly after. It's unclear who was driving at the time of that crash. Happening now, D.C. Council is blocking proposed changes for tipped workers' minimum wage. It is the latest in a back-and-forth battle over how much they should get paid and the impact it has on the restaurant industry. D.C. News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live outside the Wilson building with those details. Max, what did today's vote mean?
Well, Tosin, for those tipped workers for now, it means their wages will stay the same. As you know from our reporting, and it's been a while since we've been reporting on this, Initiative 82 is gradually increasing the wages for these tipped workers. Now, many council members say today, look, this is a plan that needs fixing, but the majority, at least, did not believe the proposal put forward today was the right one.
First off, I am not going to vote to have DC actually lower a minimum wage.
In a 7-5 vote, D.C. Council blocking a so-called compromise plan. Mayor Muriel Bowser first suggested a repeal of I-82, which gradually increases tipped workers' minimum wage to the citywide $17.95 an hour. Instead, this proposal was born, a new $8 an hour base wage that's down from $10. But if tips don't get those workers up to $20 an hour, the restaurant has to cover the difference.
I think it was really incumbent upon us as policymakers to make some changes.
Those pushing for the deal say the impact of higher wages on restaurants has been significant.
Many restaurants have cut jobs as a result of these increases. I've heard from restaurants who have had to close.
But one tipped worker we spoke with says sticking with I-82 is the way to go.
I work at a place that is already paying me over the minimum wage with tips on top, so I know that this can be done.
Many council members acknowledge the current plan isn't necessarily the path forward and are vowing more conversations before the budget's final approval later this month. But council member Janice Lewis-George, whose amendment blocked the proposal, says workers need a seat at the table.
They have children, they have their spouses, they have housing. Can we center workers and recognize that they were supposed to get a wage increase and they're not getting it?
And in other news from council, they announced that the upcoming budget will have hundreds of millions of dollars set aside for the RFK Stadium project, though those dollars don't get spent unless council does in fact approve that deal separately. And also today, the council approving funding for ranked choice voting. That'll come for the 26 elections. Reporting live in Northwest, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Well, major things happening today. Max, thank you. And still in the district, it is the last day for early voting in the Ward 8 special election. That election is tomorrow, and there are several candidates looking to fill former council member Trayon White's seats, including White, who's also a candidate. In February, council expelled White, who is facing federal bribery charges. His trial is scheduled for next year. Now, White is up against 3 other Democrats. Voting centers close at 7 p.m. today. For Election Day tomorrow, they open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Happening now in Virginia, a new state report reveals school divisions have removed 344 books from school libraries across the Commonwealth. The problem Virginia's Joint Legislative Audit and Review Commission says is that law has nothing to do with removing books from school libraries. Instead, they say the 2022 law in question simply requires school divisions to notify parents if instructional materials contain sexually explicit content and allow parents to request alternative options for their children. Individual student, however, the commission adds, regardless of reasoning, school divisions still have the power to remove books they deem inappropriate.
Unless there's something expressly preventing a school board, whether it's a state law or federal law, from doing something, the assumption is that they then have the latitude to do that.
It is important to note that only about 70% of school divisions provided data for that report. All right, a D.C. staple closing its doors today for some much-needed renovations. Ben's Chili Bowl along U Street is taking some time to make repairs and upgrades. It's the first major repair to the historic building in more than 6 decades. Today, the restaurant welcoming people to come by, take pictures with the owner, Virginia Ali, and share their favorite Ben's Chili Bowl memories.
It's just the people, the love that people have for each other coming in here.
It's the atmosphere. It's always been family owned. It's always been very friendly.
Watching the pictures on the wall, the history, it's something that everybody's studying. Look on the wall. Who is that? Who is that? You know, and it's the history that people love when they come in and enjoy the food and just have a good time.
Those renovations are expected to last 4 months. Passengers at Reagan could be seeing flight delays and cancellations as severe weather set to hit the region. But anyone coming through Reagan National can bring a piece of the district with them. DC products from local vendors are now sold at the airport at the new Eastern Market store. Mayor Bowser and district leaders held a ribbon cutting ceremony this morning. They say the new installation is a great way to drum up support for small businesses.
Many creative and talented business owners of our city will have more and more customers who are coming to visit their nation's capital.
Now, while the store will feature products from local vendors, the store itself is owned by the DC government.